Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division 2 video today by me, Vulcan. In this video I have for you game 2 of a best of 5 between Gonzo and Onord in the grand final of Season 7 of the Steel Division 2 League. I'm going to be joined once again by Attack Power.
Good morning, good evening, and good day everyone. Super excited to be here.
Yeah, today they're going to be playing on Slutsk. And on our left, in the red, playing on the Soviet side, once again, we have Gonzo using the 97th Guards again with the Maverick deployment type. And on our right, in the blue team, playing on the Axis side, we have Onord using the 25th Panzergrenadier and the Maverick deployment type. I know you had something to say about that, Attack Power.
Yeah, I saw these deck lists, and first off, I saw Gonzo using the 97th again, and I was like, we talked about this the other game, how I feel about people reusing the same division. Ew. Again, there's nothing actually wrong with it, it's just me. But then I saw Onord playing the 25th Panzergrenadier. For those who don't know, I mean, I love this division. I think it's actually, it's bad, and I don't know why it's bad. Like, it does not do well. It's got Stugs, it's got Panzergrenadiers, it's got some big artillery guns. I mean, there's nothing about it screams this division shouldn't be good, but for some reason it just does not perform very well in 1v1, and so I'm hooked into my seat for this one. If Onord wins with 25th Panzergrenadier, I'm gonna have to go try it out myself and get wrecked.
Yeah, I think Onord kind of blew his mind there.
He did, because I tried to make this division work, and I'm nowhere near as good a player as him, so it's not shocking. But like, I mean, if you look at any tier list, this thing's at rock bottom for the most part.
Yeah, well, the 25th Panzergrenadier, it just kind of struggles as an infantry division with kind of a lack of medium armor support that's reliable. Like, the Stugs can be good, but I don't think you get enough of them in this division to really like make it stand out. And if you don't bring in like the Stugs at higher veterancy, they can be a bit useless sometimes. So like, he's going to be forced to bring them in at probably 2 vet, and then he's going to be trying to support like his Panzergrenadiers on standard push forwards, and then like all of your support weapons and stuff are, or like in terms of artillery at least, is quite expensive. So yeah, things start getting a bit much for 1v1. In team games, 25th Panzergrenadier top notch, because lots of artillery. Beautiful.
It's got great tools. The actual issue with this has no AA. It has 2 slots of AA and one, they're just 20 mils. So it really struggles in the air department. He does have the Pack 43 though with the 88 mils. So he will have a potent weapon to actually kill these IS-2s straight up.
Yeah, that's definitely something that Gonzo is going to have to watch out for. But yeah, Gonzo with his IS-2 1944 is not going to have to worry too much about the armor on the side of Onord if the biggest thing he's going to be going up against is a Stug. But yeah, those AT guns are going to be the things that he's going to be looking out for. We'll probably have the same setup as before in terms of like artillery though, with the F-22s. Going to be able to get some artillery fire on those if he needs to be. Let's have a quick look at what's going down for Gonzo on the top side here. So snipers, Razvedosor, he's got the GV Komroti there, a couple tankers, or 3 tankers, Gvardia and T-34. Towards the center part of the town he's got the Avtos, Gvardia, GV Komroti, another sniper, IS-1. And on the bottom, he's going to be spreading out some Maxims with the sniper, the ZIS-2s, and the Su-85. So most of the time, players on this map don't really deploy too much on this bottom side. All of the fighting really happens over this town.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard layout. He's going to push hard to get on top of this hill, because if you can capture this northern hill, you're probably going to win the game, because you can cut off all the reinforcements to the town. You can essentially dominate this entire north side. Yeah.
It's definitely a nice place to be. You can get some good AT guns into like the edge of the buildings, like especially the ones on the edge that can really do a number on the reinforcing roads. But let's have a quick look at what Onord's getting down. So he's got a couple of Marders at the start. He's going to be bringing in IG. He's got the Slutsk with MP44, some Pioneers, Panzergren Führer with the Panzerfaust and IG-33. It's also got an SBW-231 there with 2 Panzergrens on that bottom road. And on the very bottom side, it's going to be Flammenwerfer, MG42, Starstruck, Panzerstreck, 233, and the Pioneer. Also the DO coming out at the start.
Yep. And we see once again this favoring of recon planes. And we did see in the last game, every time one of those guys brought in one of these planes and saw what the opponent was doing, there was an immediate reaction and change to their entire game plan based on that.
Yeah, it just gives a nice amount of information here. I'm not sure if really Onord can do much based on what he's going to see here. He might maybe send more units up on the hill if he thinks that he doesn't have enough there, but the initial engagement will probably be okay as long as he can keep it at range with these Panzergrens. I think at close range, Gonzo's going to have a huge advantage with these Avtos.
Oh yeah. And that's another thing the 25th Panzergren struggles with. It really does not have very much in the CQC department. So when you end up in woody areas, you really struggle because your Panzergrens do not perform well there.
Yeah, apart from these Slutsk MP44s,
Yep.
which might do some damage to this Avto, they can really damage units quite quickly if they catch them out in the open. But cover to cover, MP44s don't actually do that well.
Yeah, they got nerfed a while back, and unfortunately, it really took all the potency out of most of the MP44 units in the game.
Oh, nice shot there by
wow.
the IG. One shots
Yeah.
the sniper with the first shot. That's not something you see very often.
No, those IG-18s honestly usually underperform. You do not see them used very often. I'm shocked he brought them in, but I mean, it's already paid off.
Yeah, most of the time they get supplemented for the MG42s, right? So, so much better.
Up north, the Tanko Desaniki's making a big push in here,
Ooh,
really
but
quickly taking out those early defense.
Really nice kill though for Onord. Sniped the leader at the backside, so took away all of the leadership from these Tankos.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah, Pioneer though, yeah, they really struggling against these Tankos at close range, although he did manage to get off one of the HE grenades because of the veterancy there.
And being, I mean, having triple vet Panzergrens is really powerful. I mean, triple vet anything is really powerful, but infantry really seem to shine when you get them to that 3 vet.
Yeah, big time. These Panzergrens going to be engaging the sniper there, and the double MG42 is just like so deadly, and I was surprised that sniper hasn't lost any health yet. But this T-34 actually doing work shooting down from the hill with the Razvedosor there as well. Takes out
ME410
both of the
coming in
231s.
and misses, unfortunately.
Those 50 kilogram bombs. What do you think about 50 kilogram bombs? I'm not a massive fan of 50 kilogram bombs.
No, I especially on heavy bombers, I avoid them like the plague. There are some exceptions to that, like the BF-109 with the 4 like really tight clustered 50 kilogram bombs can do really great work. Same with the Focke-Wulf 190, the recon that you have in the Lovash and stuff. Those can do quite well, but outside of those, I would not use them.
Yeah, PE2 did get a really nice bombing strike on the side of Gonzo because it's got those nice 250 kilogram bombs. So
Yeah.
that took out one of the squads of Panzergrens, or the Pioneer I think it was, and a Panzer strike there. So that was pretty good. Allows that T-34 a little bit more safety, even though it's not being used at the moment. Tanko's coming up, using up their Molotovs. That's going to clean up that last Pioneer squad there.
Yeah, I would actually say Onord's in a lot of trouble on this hill. Again, if you lose this hill, you really are kind of screwed. So he's bringing in reinforcements that he needs to, because if he loses this, he's going to be on the back foot the rest of the game.
Oh, that Marder just bounced to APCR into the IS-2. That's a third bounce as well for the Marder, and the T-34 gets a shot into the Marder as well. Oh, that was disastrous engagement for Onord. That couldn't have got any worse.
Yeah, I mean, he did no damage, lost one of his martyrs and the other one's damage. I mean, ooh.
Razvedosor trying to deal with the 3-star Panzergren, but the 3-star veterancy just makes his infantry so resilient. So not really much happening there. Pack 40 trying to pin down that Razvedosor, and the 233 helping support in the center. Once again, we're seeing the 233 come to the field.
I'm not exactly sure what he's doing with this ME410 flying around.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah, why is he not retreating?
Yeah, he's wasting reload time. The Martyr 2 just went down to the T-34 as well. His IG 33 and 18 are taking on this T-34. They might actually have a chance. I mean, that's going to end up being a lot of HE damage coming out of him.
Yeah, if a heat round penetrates the T-34, it might just kill it. But
oh yeah,
the IG is going to have to be like actually fire positioned onto the T-34, otherwise it won't fire. So that's something that Onord's going to have to do, and currently it looks like it's just struggling to fire due to being, well, gun depression, I guess. It's just stopping that right now.
And the IG-18 goes down. Down south, we really have no action. Both players are satisfied with the situation down there.
Yeah. Just nothing at all. It's just all focused on the town every single time on this map. The Panzergren's really trying to hold their ground on the top side. And more Tankos are on the way. I think that these Tankos could go down very quickly if more Panzergrens are brought in on the side of Onord, but it really depends if he has more up his sleeve for phase A. 2 Slutsk troop are on the way.
Yeah, how many get? 6? Is it 6, I think, at 1 star?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one just went down. The Slutsk M44 or MP44s are coming in. They should do pretty well, especially now that these tankos are really hurt. Although he just drove one in and he dodged the Molotov. Very nice.
Those tankos just got absolutely demolished. Panzergrenadier almost killed the ZIS-2 up on the ridge here. Looks like the 233 might finish the job. Oh, the ZIS-2 just falls back just in time.
This Su-85 coming over, covering off this hill, basically. Because otherwise he could drive that 233 up, kill these 2 machine guns, and easily capture that flag.
Yeah, that's ZIS-2. Oh, does get a shot off at close range. The 233 is struggling to get its gun down there to engage it. It's unfortunate. IG-33 misses a sniper at the backside. The IG does have a really, really nice sort of vantage point from up there against all of this infantry in the town, if it can get that on line of sight. And it's also quite hard to kill.
Yeah, I think it was having a hard time getting its gun in like a depressed position. Now, if it takes out this 37mm, that would be huge.
Onord is unwittingly dodging off map right now, and that's actually, it might be due to the recon plane actually that just flew out that spotted it beforehand. So Onord's just like charged forwards. He actually almost bombed the 152mm off map itself as well, which would have been devastating for Gonzo actually, because he wouldn't have been able to get off the second, or I think second or even third strike. I don't know if they get 3 strikes in the 97th.
They do get 3. That's what makes them so strong, because they, for some reason, get 3 strikes. He did take out a leader with that off map.
Yeah, also the IG-33 did clean up the 37mm, so that's pretty nice. It's going to allow Onord to use more of these ME410s if he wants to, even though they aren't necessarily the best bombers.
PE2 coming in again, probably going to clean up these Panzergrenadiers in the forest.
Panzergrenadier making a play into the town. It's going to try and unload that in the face of the IS-2. Will it be able to get the shot off? Yes, it does. And the IS-1 goes down. That's a nice kill, actually, because now the Slutsk's going to be able to dominate the T-34. Although the Avtos, he's going to have to be careful of them.
Well, at this range, though, the T-34 does have a fine chance against the Slutsk at this range.
Maybe about a 50, just over 50% penetration chance from the T-34 at that range. So the Slutsk's going to be like 100%.
Oh yeah, the Slutsk is 100%.
And it has better rate of fire because it's two vet, 10 rounds.
Now the second artillery column is going to totally miss, but Onord needs more. I think he's out of infantry in A. I'll be honest with you. He did not have a very deep infantry tab at all, so he might be almost out.
There's one more coming in, Panzergrenadier, one more Pioneer, but he did invest into 2 Slutsk. So that might have been a lot of where his points went. But again, he might have invested into the Slutsk because he didn't have the points, right? So yeah. Or didn't have the availability, sorry.
It depends on the reasoning why he called those in, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Panzergrenadier on the top side finally going to go down. That's no more infantry in the way of Gonzo, but not really ceding a flag because of that just yet. MG42 is getting machine gun fire directly onto this 37 at the backside of the town. That's pretty nasty right now.
If he kills another 37mm, and these are 1-star, so he only has 2 in phase A and now dead, so that's actually pretty huge.
It's opened up the skies. The Gonzo doesn't have to worry too much about 25th airplay, but even so, it's a lot of points invested into something that was taken out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I must have been wrong about the 152. It must only have 2. I could have sworn it had 3.
The third one's coming down now, right? That's the third off map.
Oh, was it 3? Okay.
He missed 2 on the top side, and then the third one's coming down in the town now.
No, it was okay. I was right. It was 3. That's what makes those so strong, honestly, compared to others, because you get 3 and it's still at the 150mm caliber.
Yeah, it's just some divisions they have only 2 on their 152 for some reason.
Yeah, most do.
Yeah, but the 97th never got hit by the nerf. Oh, that's not good. No. Two infantry going down. How could you miss that? Like, it's not like Onord has many units on the map right now. How do you not notice that happening? What?
Oh, Onord, that was bad. And you don't have that many infantry to work with to start. Here comes that ME410 trying to take advantage of this lack of AA. I mean, the ME410 is still good. It's a good bomber if he can target it correctly.
Yeah.
But ooh,
Panzergrenadier did take out the ZIS-2. Pak-40 just went down to the Su-85 though, and the MG-42 has now been cleaned up that took out the 37. So there is a lot of things dying on the side of Onord, and with that infantry gone, that's really, really nasty.
Yeah, I'm still sitting here cringing after that. I mean, that was hard to watch.
Double ME410 bombing strike coming in, one for the Maxim, one for the Grenadier.
He has sensed. It's clear Onord has sensed this lack of AA now that he was able to take out both those guns. We are now in phase B though, so there should be more coming in. But Gonzo has chosen to invest his first tick into that first IS-2.
Yeah, I feel like Gonzo is a little bit more comfortable now, although his leader once again dying on the top side. That must be getting really, really frustrating for Gonzo, just like losing those leaders, being picked off on the side. But now, for the first time in the game, 13-11 for Onord. A little bit of an engagement on the bottom side of zone.
Whoa!
Makes a little move down there with the Pioneer.
Yeah, Su-85 goes down to the Stug and Pak-40, which is definitely a big deal. Clears out that armor. Now these 2-3-3s can really start to bully some of these infantry. As long as he takes out that last T-34 up there, he will have total armor dominance. Another 410 coming in down south, take out that Maxim. And this is the better 410. This one has, what, 250 kilogram bombs?
250 kilogram bombs, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that is way more effective. This will kill things quite reliably. And once again, his 410s are just flying around the back.
Yeah, it
Why
is
is he
really,
doing that?
really strange. I don't know if he's trying to keep them up as fighters, potentially, you know, like to shoot down the PE-2s. Because as long as
they work well.
Yeah, as long as there's an ME-410 in the sky, the PE-2 does have to be careful, right? Because the 20 mils in the nose of the ME-410 do work pretty well in that regard.
Yeah, and they have medium resilience. I mean, they're actually very... I mean, they're horrible for fighter-on-fighter action, but for shooting down a stray bomber, they can work really well because they are quite fast. He just lost a Stug 3 in the town, though, to, I assume, the IS-2.
Yeah, that IS-2 is going to start to go to work on these Stugs soon. There's not going to be really much answer on the side of Onord unless he can really get line of sight somehow through this town with the Pak-43.
He did call in a double 37 mil AA up top. Oh, 3 actually. Gonzo's really tired of this air power.
He's just replaced it completely. He's going to get those ME-410s out of there so he can maybe bring in his own bombers again finally.
He did take out a sniper with a ground strafe from his ME-410, so I guess that's why he kept it around.
Yeah, PE-2 now coming in with the bomber strike though. I'm going to be looking to clean up that MG-42 and just prevent this free cap on the bottom side because not really much in the way right now for Onord to just push forwards here. The Maxim's going to hopefully hold things back.
That up north, the Flammenwerfer just unloads in time, but that Maxim's going to immediately suppress it, and it's going to basically get deleted.
Yeah, there's 2 Maxims firing at that, and the Su-85.
Now, big news for Onord up top. He did kill that T-34, so now he has total armor dominance with his Stug and 233. So if he realizes this, he can really take advantage of that.
I'm still going to have to be careful of the IS-2 1944 as it will be able to shoot the edge of the ridge, but again, ME-410 coming in with the 250 kilogram bombs, taking out the Maxim. That will likely give him a flag back, so back to 12-12. And generally, throughout the game so far, things have been even, but it kind of feels like Gonzo should be aired almost.
He's definitely got more board presence, but on the flip side, I mean, as much as Onord has lost, and he's lost a lot of key units, Gonzo has taken a lot of losses. I think we are glossing over a lot of his serious loss. He's lost a ton of T-34s. He lost that IS-1. He lost huge swaths of infantry. Now Onord just lose his Stug 3 to a side shot from these PTRSs.
The PTRD got the kill there. And onto the 233 as well. And the Pak-40 is going to go down to the IS-2. That is just a devastating course of events again for Onord. But Gonzo also lost his AA, we can't forget, so there was that as well.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not that this has been bloodless for Gonzo, but it definitely has felt like Onord has lost some more key units, at least.
And there is way, way more on the field for Gonzo right now than there is for Onord. That BF-109 looking for the kill onto the P2.
It's going to get immediately suppressed here.
A nice turning by Gonzo, just to make sure that doesn't get... Yeah, I think that was just a straight up bait, really, wasn't it? Because he didn't evac it, he just pulled it over the AA and got it shot down.
Oh, yeah. Those T-34 76 Razvedkas coming up to the north are going to swing the armor balance back in his favor. He did Onord called in a Pak-43 here on the hill. I'm assuming he's going to slowly walk that up and try to take out this IS-2.
Yeah, I'll probably try and bring it through the back garden somewhere there. But on this bottom side, P2 going for the bombing strike onto the IG. Did drop its bombs. Gonzo tried to change the targeting at the last second, but still gets the IG kill. I think he was also trying to take out the Pak 43, but probably do that with another bomber afterwards.
Yeah, and Onord's in a lot of trouble here. He's lost. I mean, he's out of the town. If he doesn't start getting some troops in soon, these Strafnikis are going to lock it down. He's going to have a very hard time getting back in.
Yeah, the Strafniki with their 20 men, like when they're defensively like fighting in towns, it can be so difficult to clean them up because it just takes so long to kill.
And I mean, their triple machine gun does a lot of work. Like you can't just infantry versus infantry them. You need to like do other stuff to get rid of them.
There's some ground being made here though by Onord on the bottom side.
Yep.
And the
ME410 in the town taking out that Razved. I'm gonna say it wrong.
Razvedkador?
that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Pak 43 briefly, I think, had line of sight onto the IS-2. Onord's like trying to. Well, he was bringing it up slightly with the SDK as a 7. I don't know if he was trying to be like cheeky and just like micro that forwards, but PE2 now coming in with a bombing strike, and there is no AA to be seen.
No.
You're saying that the 25th quite light on AA, and that's certainly going to pay the price there with a good old 100-point AT gun being killed in one run. Well, maybe not quite.
No.
Some of those bombs weren't quite on target.
Yeah, now down south, Onord has, just taken large chunks of territory because Gonzo invested nothing down there. So, he did pick up a free flag here, basically.
Yeah, the free flag in the open might also end up cutting off that bottom side land spawn if he's lucky. Pioneer's also grabbed another one down here, but with the air dominance that Gonzo has with those bombers, he's going to be able to just bomb these squads when he finds them. Like, he's got the PE2 hanging about.
Here it comes.
And here comes the bomber to clean things up. Although that's going for the Pak 43 first.
And that, especially because he just called in his IS-2, that's the natural target. That BF-109 G4 is just not going to be able to do enough work. And again, this is why the 25th Panzergrenadier is so poorly rated. It just can't do anything about the air power. Not only does it not have AA, it really doesn't have fighters to even make up for its lack of AA.
Yeah, these BF-109 G4s, I make sure to always bring them in pairs because it's the only way that they're ever going to shoot something down. Unless they manage to sit on the tail of a P2 for long enough, but in that case, actually going to overshoot because they're too fast.
Yeah, I actually am always worried when using like a BF-109 G4 or G2 or any of the light BF-109 variants that the bomber's machine guns will shoot my fighter down before it shoots them down.
Well, that ME410, it did get on target with the
and it got it. It
there.
got it.
Yeah,
there we go. Now the Pak 43 is targeting that IS-2. It is of course very damaged already, and it's very suppressed. So its first shot went way wide.
And the one-shot kill from the HE, boom. ME410 was trying to stop that with a bombing strike for those 50. Oh,
the
look,
G4
the P2
went down to the P2. Oh.
The P2 recon shot down the PF-109. And the 410's again trying to bomb the IS-2.
And that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And now Gonzo is solidifying his southern position now with AA for his IS-2. It's going to make it that much harder. And up north, things are not getting any better for Onord. He has brought in some more reinforcements to the north. He's bringing in some Panzergrenadier. Oh my god, another one just died in the transport. Oh.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, that was rough. Oh, and the T-34. Yeah, just got a penetration from the T-34 there. But the Slutsk still won that first battle. Is he going to be able to take out the second one? That's the question. Does have the Pak 38 to back him up. And the T-34
he does have the
misses.
double vet. It's the double vet that's making the difference here, and the Pak 38 does finish off. So that's huge, actually. That does give him a chance.
It's definitely swung things back a little bit, but not having any infantry really to do anything on that top side is going to mean this Pak 38 might go down to the Strafs.
ME410 goes down from the wall of 37 mils, and a PE2 coming in the south. 1410 is pushed off, and this IG-30. Oh, and Onord decides that's enough of that.
Blimey. Yeah, 20 minutes. Onord's had enough.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for Onord. I wanted to see 25th Panzergrenadier take a win.
I mean, there was this kind of a chance there with those close range Stug engagements to really like dominate the armor, because the IS-2 never really wants to get that close, particularly if you can bring in like Panzergrens with Panzerfaust or Panzerschrecks and stuff like that. Like his IS-1 went down to a Panzerschreck, right? Gonzo's dead. So I think, you know, there is the potential in these kind of town engagements to make this kind of deck work, but the 25th Panzergren really doesn't have like the close range infantry to stop like tankers and stuff like that from doing a lot of work.
No, it absolutely folds to CQC infantry. You saw at the beginning of the game, those tankos just melt all his units. And Pioneers are fine, but they're not like amazing. They're just kind of like, that's the best you got, so you use it kind of thing. You know, whenever you come up against any sort of flamer or napalm troop or a Molotov troop, you know, your Pioneers don't win because they can't throw their grenades. So it's just a tough division.
Yeah.
I really want it to be good personally. I like it, but its complete lack of air everything is really, it's such an Achilles heel. It cannot get over it. And we saw that in that game. Those PA2s absolutely just decimated him constantly.
Yeah, so after 20 minutes and 1 second, Gonzo takes the victory there with the 2,290 kills to 1,670 losses. So was at a significant kill lead there at the end. But let's have a look at some of these kills. These Gavardia, and then like the T-34 there with the 2-2-3-1s, the Marder's nice, and the 2-3-3. You can see the P2 getting the good bombing strikes, and again another T-34. But this Gavardia DP, what a hero, takes out a Stug, a SBW 233, and a Pack 43. What an absolute Chad!
Oh my god,
like,
Markov, get him whatever the highest Soviet honor is.
Hero
like,
of the Soviet Union, yeah.
Yeah.
IS-2 with the Stug kill and the Pack 40 is not too bad. Did its job.
And, you know, that P2 there. Look how much that P2 killed. It's not point-wise a ton, but it definitely like swung things, and we can't forget like all the damage they did to those. Basically, every Pack 43 brought out was essentially bombed within 30 seconds of being on the map, which stopped Onord from killing the IS-2s or basically any of the armor really. And he just struggled. He just struggled to really get value out of his units. His ME410s did all right. I mean, they killed some things. And at the beginning, it really felt like he was going to be able to leverage his air power because of killing that early AA and forcing Gonzo to invest even more into it. But it just, Gonzo has a way of turning things around.
And you say, what air power? And
yeah, exactly.
Like the ME410s are okay, but like they're not the best bombers and they're not the most reliable. They can do a reasonable amount of damage, like killing one unit, but when he's hovering them around all the time, you know, waiting for the PE2s to come in, I don't know if that was the best choice. Yeah,
they're not reloading. You're not getting, because they do reload relatively fast, and you know they have medium resilience, and they are really fast. So, I mean, they're a good ground attack bomber. They really are. But when they're completely unsupported, and you got nothing around them, yeah, they're gonna struggle like anything would struggle. Yeah, so Panzergrens were doing okay on the side of Onord. I think there was plenty of situations there in the towns where they managed to pick off the closer range infantry at range, which was really, really good. And one thing that I think Onord did really well was make great use of veterancy to get those Panzergrens to like 3-star vet, and then they would like absolutely demolish squads like really fast. Like at the beginning, picking off that leader at the start of that engagement was really, really important because it changes the dynamic of it entirely. It absolutely does. And when you use more expensive infantry like this, it's actually it's way more important that you get that veterancy, because you need each one of your infantry units to get more value because they're more expensive. So it's more important, at least I think, it's more important to invest in those leaders because you need each one of your expensive infantry to kill 2 cheap infantry to make them make their value worth it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to kind of capitalize on that more expensive infantry. Is there anything else you'd like to say for this one? No, it was a solid game, and I was rooting for Onord, but unfortunately the 25th Panzer disappoints again. Panzergren disappoints once again. Yeah, I feel like it was just Onord maybe not picking the best deck for this game. I do wonder if he went first or second, but I don't know in either situation why you would pick it. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for now. That is game 2 going to Gonzo, so it's now 2-0
in favour of Gonzo in this final. Onord really needs to fight back. We'll have to see if he can do it in the third game.
Yep, only one more. He only needs to win one more.
Yeah, Gonzo only needs to win one more. So, yeah, we'll see in the third game if Onord can bring it back. But that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.
Have a fantastic day.
Goodbye.